How many people here do not like their jobs? Their job's redundant, boring. Well, did you know that if you invest in stocks, you can make your money work for you and get significant return on your money? According to WalmartStores.com, if you were to invest $1,000 in Walmart stock in 1974, as of April 17th, if you would pallet to April 17th, 2009, that same $1,000 would now be worth $2,778,000. So today, I'm going to tell you why you should invest in stocks. By first, tell you what are the problems of not investing in stocks. Second, the causes and effects of investing in stocks. And third, why is now a perfect time to invest in stocks. Let me start with my first main point, which is the problem of not investing in stocks. Slow economic growth. Slow economic growth would be a result of not investing in stocks, because when you invest in stocks, these companies go out and sell stocks to earn their company capital. This capital is used for hiring people, expanding their business, and creating more profits for their company. So by investing in stock, you're actually contributing to the company and allowing them to expand their business, which in turn creates economic growth. Inflation. Inflation, according to Encyclopedia Britannica, article on inflation, it states inflation is generally thought as an inordinate rise in the general level of prices. It's basically just, as inflation keeps going, it's every year 2-3% usually, and your money, it just seems like your money's losing value because every year prices are increasing. This is as recorded by data.bls.gov. $1 in 2009 has the same buying power as 14 cents in 1960, 25 cents in 1975, 60 cents in 1990, and 92 cents in 2005. So for instance, if I were to buy a McDouble at McDonald's today for $1, if I were to buy the same hamburger back in 1960, that same hamburger would have only cost me 14 cents and 25 cents in 1975. Or in other words, if I had $2,500 in 1975, that $2,500 has as much purchasing power as $10,000 today. Retirement. Many companies don't offer a retirement plan. Pensions are mostly government jobs. Lots of jobs are cutting back on offering pensions. So it's up to you to invest and save for retirement. If you don't invest and save for retirement, then you might find yourself relying on Social Security. Social Security pays you about a minimum wage, and who wants to be living on a minimum wage salary for retirement? And also the government has racked up huge deficits, huge debts, and Social Security is a huge liability to the government. So if they have to cancel in the future, then you would be without retirement if you were relying on Social Security. Now that I've talked about the problems of investing, so I will tell you the causes and effects of investing in stocks. The first, what causes people to invest in stocks? Money, money, money. People want more money. That's the basic reason. They want to save for retirement. They want to have more money to go on trips, have a bigger house, have nicer cars. So that's the main reason. Liquidity is also a nice benefit. Liquidity is, liquidity, according to a textbook called Accounting Fundamentals, says that liquidity is the measure of ease with which an asset can be converted to cash. Liquidity is basically how fast you can turn your investment to cash. So if I had a house for $300,000, it would take a couple months usually to sell that house. Whereas stocks, I can sell instantly and get my money back. This is good because if I'm invested in stocks and my investment goes bad, it's very easy to get out. Another cause for people to invest is pricing. Stocks are usually less than $100, and this makes it easy for people to buy it, just because they're cheap. And whereas if you were to invest in bonds or T-bills, Those can be $1,000 to $10,000 each, and houses are hundreds of thousands of dollars usually. An effective investing is compound interest. Right here I made this graph on compound interest. Say that current principal is your initial investment into a stock. And then every year I add $10,000 for 30 years. The interest rate would be your return on that stock. If I had 10% return right there. And then it's compounded once because it's compounded annually. And the future value is how much money you would have after that 30 years. So on this one, if I did 30 years at 10% investing with $10,000 and adding $10,000 every year, I'd have $1,983,000. If I did the same thing, but maybe I didn't make as good money in the stock market, I only had 5% returns, then I would only have $740,878. Now if I was a fantastic investor and I could make 15% each year, then I would have $5,661,000. If you could make 15%, you should probably be running a hedge fund. On average, stocks make about 10% a year as reported by USA Today on June 6, 2007. And that's with a well-diversified portfolio. You have to spread out your money through all sectors of the economy. Inflation. Inflation, you can hedge your money by investing in stocks. You hedge your money against inflation. So if I'm making 10% on an investment and inflation is 3%, then I can just subtract 3% from 10%, and I get 7%. And that's how much I'm making without losing my purchasing power to inflation. Economic growth, it creates economic growth by giving the company more, they can expand, and they can create jobs, and that's just how the economy grows. Having told you the causes and effects, I will now tell you why right now is the perfect time to start investing. Age is a big factor. Everyone's young in here, you have plenty of years to invest, plenty of years for your money to compound over time. Another reason is we're in a recession right now, and maybe the recession will take a few years, maybe it will be over soon, but you have plenty of years to wait for that recession to be over. Whereas someone who's 65, who may be retiring soon, they don't want to put their money into investment because they don't want to be stuck with losing money. Another reason is because we are in a recession, and since we are in a recession, the value of the stocks have come down a lot. The average length of a recession since World War II is 10 months long. However, we've been in this recession for about a year and 3 months. So hopefully it'll be ending pretty soon, and then after it ends, it's likely that you see 5 to 20% rebound just after a recession ends. And since World War II, we've been through about 12 recessions, and every single one we came out of. Now I will recap my main points as I conclude. First, I've told you the problems of not investing. Second, I've told you the causes and effects of investing. And third, I've told you why now is a good time to start investing. I'm going to leave you guys with a story. According to New York Times on November 12, 2007, they said a lady named Bonnie Brown was a massage therapist, hired as a massage therapist for Google in 1999 when Google had 40 employees. And as her salary, she was making $450 a week, but with her contract, she got stock options. And with these stock options, she knew that they could turn out to be worth nothing. However, Google's stock soared, and she cashed in those options at $700 a share, and now she's a multi-millionaire retired. Thank you guys.